I'm back again. I'm Mackenzie Barber, one of your many hosts with the Florida Aviation Network. We are broadcasting live and in the clear from the Florida Air Museum at the 44th Annual Sun and Fun International Fly-In and Exposition. We have three more Project Stratos guests with us right now: Peter Rust, Hunter Durocher, and Armando Gonzalez. Thank you all for being here. We're very glad we get to speak with you. So we kind of heard before, but go ahead and tell us again, what is Project Stratos?
So Project Stratos is it's a competition where you write an essay about a topic of aviation, whether it's a person, a spacecraft, or an aircraft, anything of that sort, and you just write about it and enter in the competition. There's 24 semifinalists and a total of 10 finalists, and the finalists get Nikon cameras, keychain, and a polo shirt and a t-shirt.
Wow, so you said you had to write an essay. What all did you write your essays about?
So I wrote mine about the Me-262 first world's fighter German aircraft. It was the first ever jet-propelled aircraft that was used in war by the Germans against us. So that's what I wrote mine about.
I wrote about the F-22 and its superior performance.
And I wrote about the SpaceX Falcon 9.
You want to tell us a little bit about the F-22 and its superior performance and the
Falcon 9.
Yeah.
Well, the Falcon 9 is just an amazing spacecraft. It's basically one of the world's first fully reusable spacecraft, and it's truly revolutionary in the space industry, and it's really gonna lower prices, cost, and make access to space a lot easier.
So the F-22 is actually a very fuel-efficient jet, and it is also a twin-engine jet. So also it's very fast. It's also used for vertical takeoffs and landings, therefore it can get anywhere a helicopter practically can. So it's also used in air-to-air missions, air-to-ground, so anything you can really use it for, you can use it for it.
Wow. You all seem to be very knowledgeable in your subjects. So tell us a little bit more about what you get for winning or for being a finalist in Project Stratos.
So whenever you become a finalist, basically out of 24 semifinalists, those 24 semifinalists get interviewed. Through the interview process, they select 10 finalists. Those 10 finalists get a Nikon camera, a really nice Nikon camera. They get a ride in an air show performance briefing, and they get a couple shirts and stuff like that.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So what all have you been photographing with your new cameras this week? Anything interesting?
I have actually been around the whole Sun and Fun, and I've actually been taking pictures of multiple aircraft, jets, propeller aircraft. Anything I see, I'm taking a picture of them.
Yeah. I've taken pictures of a lot of the aircraft out at the Warbird ramp, and I've also taken pictures of the Aeroshell demonstration, F-18 and F-16 demonstrations.
Wow.
Yeah.
So are you all going to be out there today photographing the air show?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
I believe Tora is performing today, so that'll be something you definitely want to capture.
That's great.
So our other Stratos guests told us about their background in aviation. Why don't you all go ahead and give us a little bit of your background?
Okay, so I'm a junior in high school at the Central Florida Aerospace Academy, and whenever I was a sophomore, I applied for the JMC Race Scholarship, which was $5,000, which allowed me to take that money and solo. So I soloed around 16, 17 hours, soloed the aircraft, and then I got the second part of the scholarship, which was for roughly $7,000. Once I got that, then I started working on my private pilot's license, cross country, stuff like that. I have around 30 hours roughly, and once I hit 40, I'll go for my check ride and hopefully get my license before I graduate.
Awesome.
I am also a CFA student, but the only thing that's different with me is that I'm a glider student. So recently I just soloed, and now I'm going for my check ride soon. I got an 87 on my written examination, so I'm preparing to go for my check ride, and they awarded me $3,000 a solo, and so now I'm asking for my second part of the scholarship, and I'm going to continue on and get my private and glider.
So tell us a bit about gliders. How different is that from a normal aircraft?
Well, for normal aircraft, you have your own engine. You can take off by yourself. With us, we actually need a little bit of help. So we have to get towed up, and when you get towed up to a certain extent, wherever you want to be, you can go to 1,000 and go in for a landing, or you can just go to 3,000 to fly around. So typically, I go to about 1,100 feet, and I come around for a pattern, and then I land just for solos. But soon enough, I'm going to be doing a 3,000 for my check ride, so that way he can ask me questions while I'm in the sky.
Awesome.
Yes, and I'm also a CFA student. I was also awarded with the GMC Race Scholarship, and I'm on my way to get my private pilot's license. I've already completed my solo, and I'm on the second part of the scholarship, and hopefully getting my license in the next couple months. I'm also in the A&P program over at CFA, and after high school I'm planning on completing that certification.
Now, what does the A&P certification get you? What can you do with that?
With the A&P certification, it makes you available to be hired in any position related in aerospace maintenance, and you can work on aircraft and do inspections.
Wow, it's amazing. You all seem to have some plans for the future. Speaking of plans for the future, what exactly are you all want to do? Do you all want to be pilots or aviation mechanics, or do you have something a little different in mind?
Okay, so my plan is after high school, I'd like to go to a college on a ROTC Type 1 scholarship. So I'd like to do 4 years of Air Force ROTC, ROTC on a scholarship. And then once I'm done with that, commission as a second lieutenant in the Air Force and hopefully get a pilot spot and fly. Hopefully fighters, but anything that I can fly would be great.
That's awesome.
For me, later in life, I want to go to the Air Force Academy of Colorado. I want to graduate from Air Force Academy of Colorado, and then after that, I want to go in and fly F-16s for the Air Force.
After high school, I'm planning on going to Polk State and get my and major in aerospace sciences and get my CFI and build up hours and eventually become a corporate pilot.
Awesome. Really cool stories. So tell me a little bit more about CFA. You said you're on the A&P track, which is airframe and power plant. What tracks are you all on?
I am also on the A&P track.
So I'm on the aerospace track. So basically that track is just used for studying everything you know for your FAA written test so you can become a pilot. So it's mostly just learning about the primary flight controls, everything that you need to know on how to fly an airplane, so that once you're ready to get the scholarship and start flying, you pretty much know everything more than anyone else.
Wow. So being at CFA and being on these different aviation tracks, would you say that helps you with writing your essays for Project STRATOS?
Oh, greatly. I think it's an amazing platform for us, and as students we can also grow in ways that some other people may not be able to, and it also helps us write amazing essays, amazing anything honestly, for even a resume, for even a job. So I think it also helps build us as citizens, even as students.
Wow. So our past STRATOS guest was in Drone Club. Are any of you all in any aviation hobby clubs?
I am actually in the Lakeland Aero Club, not far down the road from our school.
So you want to tell us a little bit about the Aero Club and how that has helped you with your plans?
Oh, so the Aero Club is a bunch of high school students, and it's a high school flying club. So basically everybody's getting together after every school day. We go in, we do maintenance on planes maybe. We might go in and just sit down and chillax, do a little bit of ground schooling. We actually have IFR people to come in and talk to us about how to fly IFR. But we also have a simulator, so we can simulate our own flights. So it also increases our skills as pilots while we're there.
It's amazing. So what else have you all been doing at Sun and Fun this week? I mean, what have you been doing with Project STRATOS besides capturing every moment you can with your new cameras?
So actually we just got out of flying with air show performers in even 300, right? X300. And it was fantastic. We did acrobatic flying. We did barrel rolls. We flew upside down, did big loops. It was incredible.
Did you all fly in formation?
Yeah, and we flew in formation.
How close were you to each other?
We were getting like 5, 6, 7 feet away from each other, super close. Could see the other pilot clearly.
Could you wave at each other?
Oh yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, it was great.
That's cool. Did you take any pictures?
I had a GoPro and I recorded the whole thing, so
That's
great.
cool.
Got awesome footage.
Did you enjoy your acrobatic flight this morning?
Yes, it was
Yeah?
awesome, yeah.
Well, that's great. What else have you been doing this week? I'm sure nothing's really topped the flight this morning, but
This week we've actually had a little bit of experience with some other people, like commercial airliners. We actually did a dinner and we got to sit down with some people and we get to talk to them and share our experiences, and they also shared their experiences with us.
it's amazing. So you said you met some commercial airliners and a few other pilots. Is there anyone that really stands out in your mind that you've met this week that you thought was really cool?
I'd definitely say Epic is one of them, because Epic is actually one of our many sponsors. They also help us out. They're also a bunch of very professional people, and they help us out. great ways.
I would say I saw a couple fighter pilots in the military. There was one Navy officer that flew F-18s, and that was incredible. I got to talk to him all about landing on carriers and his whole experience being a fighter pilot, and that was incredible. So that was cool seeing
That's
him.
great. So what do you do with Project Stratos besides taking pictures and getting to fly in cool airplanes? I mean, have you all had any spectacular events this week besides the dinner last night?
Yeah, we had a couple of the dinners. We go around. We've met some of our sponsors, Honda, Bose, people like that. A bunch of great sponsors, Nikon. We got to meet with them, talk with them. They told us about how they sponsored us and all that stuff. And we got to see air show performers and all that stuff. It was great.
Awesome. Is there any last thoughts you'd like to tell our audience about Project Stratos or ACE or Aero Club or the school?
I'd like to say it is a great way for you to build as citizens and as students. It's an amazing way to start as a young age and for us to become aviators for later in life. And it builds us as characters, and it also builds us for later in life for better jobs and even our dreams.
That's awesome. Well, it was very nice talking with you today,
Thank
Peter,
you.
Hunter, and Armando.
Thank you.
I'm glad you all could come and join us.
Appreciate it.
This will conclude our interview for today. I'm Mackenzie Barber. Thank you all for joining us. See you next time.